Hello! I am John, and today I'm going to be playing some Total War Warhammer 2, Cursed Vampire Coast DLC, Mortal Empires, as Count Noctilus, as I said yesterday I would do. So, definitely differences I've had between the two campaigns, mainly for the fact that, well, we'll just get into the show. There also won't be any cutscenes, so I'll just be quiet for the advisor telling me what the hell I need to do.
Count Noctilus, your magnificence is surpassed only by your ruthlessness in ruling these seas. The maelstrom yearns, and we should feed it with the sodden bodies of our enemies. To the south, the Vampire Coast harbors many fleets primed and ready for war. They could be assimilated into your own, my lord, should you wish to display your dominance and power. Others dwell in these lands. Greenskins of the Blue Viper tribe make war with all and look to steal and loot from battle. They may well have treasures that are more than just piles of dung and bones. Other seafaring races lie in port to the north. Both man and the undead vie for ownership of these waters. Let them see the bloody Reaver in action and know who truly owns the waves. Then we come to Ulthwan, home of the High Elves and an ever-present thorn in your side. Taking from them will only help bolster your fleet. The world belongs to the dead. You are the admiral to usher in this age, Count Noctilus. Wrath can no longer stop us. The seas are yours for the taking.
Okay, so basically a whole ton of similar stuff, only there is no, well, I don't have to kill the giant sea worm, it's just gonna still, but it's gonna still go around and screw with everyone. From the sea, after a great effort, Count Noctilus has freed himself from the cage of Slavia, leaving behind the threat of the Empire and a betrayal from lesser vampires. The success of his translocation ritual has allowed him to grow an army unthinkable on land and an eldritch fleet of insurmountable strength. Striking out from the galleon's graveyard, the horrible creature can finally set about building foundations of his new empire. So yeah,
Count Noctilus reigns.
we got Count Noctilus himself, badass. We've got Galleon's Graveyard, another useful place. So that's one of the big things that I like about this campaign and about or not Netherfin, the other one. Saltspite. Since Saltspite, this is her starting location, or this is her starting region. I think she still probably starts in Northern. Well, maybe probably not actually, since I fuck with these things. But yeah, they start on islands that are just their own province. So not only do I start owning an entire province, but I start with a province that is large. And it's just kind of nice, in all honesty. Now then, Count Noctilus, we are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are going to send you against these bastards. And as I've learned, the High Elves are kind of good against these guys. Because if you couldn't tell, the vast majority of their infantry has not a lot of range and really shit armor. Not very good when the enemy just masses archers. Like, yesterday, I even took a screenshot of this. I fought an enemy army with 14 archers in it. And these are elven archers we're talking about. The enemy just had 14 elven archers in one army. And that was like early in a Count Noctilus Vortex campaign. So all I had was just a shit ton of like deckhands. I won because it got onto a choke point map where I was the choke point person, so I was able to flank the stupidly massive amount of massed archers and just kind of win. Also, you know, Mr. Big Boy ship here. I just love these things. There are just some units in this campaign, or in this, like every single DLC and every single race they come out with, there's just usually a couple units I just love to no end. And these guys are one of them! Hold on, let's get this on. Actually, like, just look at this guy! He has tons of dead people in there, apparently 100 corpses. Actual muscle. Just realized there's a random dangling skeleton that got hung. Surprised it's not, you know. Oh, there's another one. Right where its gun arm is. That one's kind of missing its legs. Still got its hip bone, but it's missing its legs. That one's only missing a leg. I'm still surprised that it's only missing a leg. But yeah, just it looks badass, and it is badass. Because it can fire while on the move, and it has a quad cannon. And in melee, I don't know if my thought is correct and it's only happens when he still has ammunition, but he basically shoots it, or it doesn't have a gender, because it's a giant ship with flesh and crap. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have I hope it doesn't have a gender. Or, I guess its gender is all, because I'm pretty sure those... Actually, I don't know, anyway, I'm not gonna look into that too much. We're just gonna say, yeah, it fires its cannon while in melee, and can sometimes fire it 3 times. I mean, it doesn't deal a whole ton of damage all the time in melee, much like the grab, but it will just disrupt the living shit out of the enemies. Oh, why am I doing this? You guys are flankers. You guys are my flanks.
Captain!
Also, bloated corpse will hold you back until the enemy gets a bit closer. We'll have you two go like that. We will drag you like that. We will drag you like that. We'll drag you like that. And we'll call that good. Also, yeah. For those of you who watched yesterday's Wraithstorm, you'll get to see this. And then you'll be able to see why it's kind of stupid for all of my armies to have that ability. Have this ability. Especially since if I have multiple armies, that's multiple extra uses of it. Oh, hello, Illyrian Reavers. Surprised my cannon's not shooting me. Anyway, we're gonna go. There we go! You guys are supposed to be like that. Oh, also these guys are right here. Completely forgot about them. They're complete badasses. Because they're infantry that heal while in melee and have frenzy. Crap. Just frenzy, I guess, is really the big one there, but yeah. And Count Noctilus himself with his giant, decent looking halberd and what graphics I have, which if you can tell is not the best, but still decent. Still decent graphics. Oh wait, right. Oh wait. Oh, I can just. Okay, learned a new thing. You can literally just click and it goes. And yeah, as you can see, it just kind of shoots while in the way. Then it can shoot while on the move. And we can send all these guys after them. Let's send this guy after them. You guys were gonna walk because this is a strategy that I've kind of started to learn. Is wait for the archers to start shooting my other units, then we send in the bloated stupid. Oh, and you guys can actually start slowly moving over there. Bloated stupid! Oh god, no, 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 no. Okay, there we go. Get out of my way, tree! Hug! And just annihilate. Also, pull you guys out of there. Pull you guys out of there. Pull you guys out of there. You guys are in like fast. Fast, but and all that shit. Turn around and shoot. Turn around and shoot.
Count Noctilus!
We still haven't shown off words. Okay. It's fine, we have this, we can heal our units, it's fine. So yeah, it's basically a lot like that bombard spell from the I believe it's the dark lore, dark magic that has the. Yeah, actually, we don't have to chase. Yeah, it got 50 kills. Well, it wiped out an entire unit of spearmen, except for maybe 10 of them. Yeah, I think only 10 of them survived because I think it's a unit of 60. So, yeah. And unfortunately, to my knowledge, blast radius isn't increased with with bigger unit sizes you have. So, if you want to use it to max efficiency, maybe use smaller unit sizes. Honestly, I just would recommend using whatever unit size you want. I'm talking Blood Corpse here, but yeah. Though, yeah, that thing also kind of just annihilated. Mainly those horses. And their riders. Mainly the horses, though. Just mainly the horses. And, yeah. Count Noctilus didn't really do much. Our Depth Guard did pretty solid. Pretty solid, like they should. Doesn't appear that they lost any health either. And they were in the fight. So that's one of the things is, they have the hunger, which means they heal while in combat. Which is just one of the most useful abilities, in my opinion, in this entire game. Is just being able to heal while kicking the ass of enemy units. Because that basically says, hey, I'm invincible now. Unless you can somehow burst me down, which you really can.
You shall be doomed.
Yeah, it's more useful just to heal. 300 power. Wow. Now they're powered by death. We've got a little bit of growth. Using this movement range. We need to loot, raise, or sack fortified settlements. Okay. Raise any more troops? No. What we can do though is that. that. I always do that at the beginning. And grab salvage grooves. Because I always like to grab that as well. A little bit of extra healing on my crappy units is always nice early game. And completely useless late game. Beyond the fact as well that opens up a whole ton of really nice abilities, such as the Ship Carpenter, which is a person that I can put onto one of my armies. I think the section is like the banners and accolades and whatnot. He's a follower, basically. Ship Carpenter. You couldn't tell from the fact that he's a person. And yeah. Reduces all ship buildings cost by 50%. Ooh, no, those are rocks, not trees. I thought there were trees in this freaking thing. This freaking Giant's Causeway of a place. Like, why? Also, I'm kind of excited if anyone decides to actually attack the Galleon's Graveyard. I kind of want to see what this map is. I'm sure, you know, a lot of the basic places are just going to be the same. Like, Sartosa is just going to be... I mean, it might look a little bit different, but it's just going to be a base walled settlement. And the Awakening is just going to be a base walled settlement, all that stuff. I mean, they might have more gates or whatever, but again, it's not going to be anything special. The Galleon's Graveyard, on the other hand, doesn't get a wall and never gets a wall. Doesn't have any special defensive building, doesn't get a wall ever. So basically, its map is probably going to be some weirdo like island or choke point or something really cool looking like that. We might fight on some of these Giant's Causeways even. And if you don't know, the Giant's Causeway is basically this kind of stuff. There's a place in, I don't know where it's located. I think it's probably located somewhere like in the UK or Ireland. I think it's located on those islands because, well, they're islands, and to my knowledge, these things mainly form an island and whatnot because, well, I don't know, but yeah, these like nearly perfectly hexagonal pillars. There's tons of them, creating an atrocious walkway in all honesty, since they're large but uneven, as you can kind of plainly see. And that's kind of one of the reasons why they call it a Giant's Causeway, is because, well, a giant could probably walk over them with little difficulty, because it'd just be like an uneven road for him, an uneven brick road. With my knowledge, some of them are really tall compared to others, so I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling while waiting for this to go, which is take forever, but it occasionally takes forever. And yeah, I know I need to learn how to edit, but I don't know how to edit, and I don't know how to learn how to edit. Also, yes, this is also modded if you bring that. That's my dog, by the way. Just getting down and doing stuff. Oh, looks like we're done. Question mark.
The winds blow strongest in
There you
summer.
go. Yeah, I haven't gone over the victory points. Oh! So I have to actually take Sylvania and take out all the vampire, other vampire count factions. Empire, Bretonia. Okay, I have a lot of people to kill. Like, the thing is, I've been playing, like today I've been playing my solo Solostria Direfin on on the Mortal Empires. Hers is, she has to take, this is the same, she has to take 20 provinces, including the entirety of Ulthland, so that's 16 provinces, or she has to maintain control of 20. This guy has to maintain control of 25, but only has 2 that he has, that are 100%. She just has to take out Hexodal and the 3 main, or the 3 high elf factions that are closest to Ulthland, so she doesn't have to deal with Teclis. I have to take so many people! I mean, it's not that difficult. It's going to be kind of difficult, of course, but, and then that's the same. That's different, of course, but that's because I have my own, like, she has her own of this. She has her own special building, which can only be built in Ulthland, or in Lothern. And she has to hold 20 of the Sirens or Mourngulls, or 10 of each or something like that. Then she has to get 3 Mourngul Haunters to rank 20. I just have to get 6 Necrofex Colossus, which this army will have 2. Okay, looks like my dog. Do you want out? You got a circle. Okay, you want out. Okay. So, hold on a couple seconds. Anyway. So, yeah. And as you can see, he's got his own sort of special stuff as well. One of the stupid things, though, besides the fact that he can ride a Necrofex Colossus and summon for no mana units of deckhands, which that's not actually that terribly stupid. It's just cheap math. Well, on the Necrofex Colossus, he can be unbreakable. Yeah, and they finally updated the the mod that gives me 3 skill points, so I got my skill points down. Which, in all honesty, doesn't add in a whole ton. I have to invest a lot of points just to make it decent, because every level of it only adds in 1% health. Every other level adds in 2 to my, I want to say, starting mana reserve. Every 5 gives me 1 melee attack, 1 melee defense, and every 10 gives me 10% more weapon strength. So it takes a lot of points just to get anything somewhat worthwhile out of it. Let's see here. Where is this one, though? Sleep is not required, for in this house there is something harsh. It's the pleasure of the marsh. Oh, Poxmarsh. Got it.
Nothing shall stop me.
Then let us go down and do that. And potentially be able to raise myself some more zombies. Right? Yeah! Oh, wait, not really, but yay, we have another gun.
Is my king nearby?
Basically, though, we need to do that there. We need the treasure hunt there. And yeah, there are still the sea shanties, even though I don't have to get the Thermetal Harpoon or kill the giant sea worm or, get the harpoon launcher for my ship. Which in all honesty, I don't mind. The sea shanties are pretty decent. Like, once I get the last sea shanty, it gives all, for I believe a good 30 seconds, it gives all of my units. And it's a one-time use, map-wide, stuff like that. I pop it, it gives all of my units 40 reload skill and 40 melee defense. So basically, we can hardcore hold in melee for a while and be able to just shred the enemy like it's nothing. Which is kind of nice in all honesty. Also, I'm wondering if, when I'm going to go fight the vampires and everything eventually, I'm wondering if I'm going to have to do shit. Not what I meant to say. What I meant to say is I'm going to have to fight some of the new lords that have come out. Since one of the things that they did is they've heavily updated the vampire counts because, well, now there's another new, because there's a new vampire faction out. So they had to make them a bit more unique and special and everything. So there's now Blood Kiss tokens. There's now the capability of getting these specialty peoples, which are pretty cool. The specialty peoples are, like, you spend the Blood Kiss tokens on them, and then they're from 4 special lineages of the vampires. There's the, you can get a Blood Dragon guy, you can get a Necrarch, you can get a Lamian, or you can get a Super Strigoi. That's one of the things, though, is you can get Strigois normally. So, like, what's the point in, like, I mean, I understand the Super Strigoi is definitely different, but, I mean, that's just the thing is, why did I understand, yes, he's one of the 4 lineages, but still. Yeah, it's fine. I'll be back. Let me know again. Let's see here. And they also, well, simply put, they added in the Barrow Legions, which is Heinrich Kemmler's new faction. He's finally on his own without a mod. Since one of the mods that I've used added him into Muslin. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot less turns done because it's gonna take a long time for this to actually do anything. But hey, we did get a thing combat at least. We will actually dig for treasure.
Flotilla of the dark.
Death is no escape. Yeah, it really is, unfortunately. No, we don't want to attack the Poxmarsh. We just want to dig for crap in the Poxmarsh. Yeah, but it's okay. Let me find out. I keep forgetting to actually check what gives me the Curse of the Sea Mist. Curse of the Terminal, this is volume 3 settlements, got it. I think the Curse of the Sea Mist is successfully searching for a piece of treasure, just as that. Just the Curse of Bountiful Treasure gives me 500 money per every buried treasure, but we need plunder pile buildings. We need the buried treasure chain. We need 3 of the buried treasure chain in order to actually, do that. In all honesty, it's kind of an intelligent decision. I don't know if these vampires. Chances are probably not.
Count Noctilus reigns.
And we don't have any growth, nor do we have any love. No, let's just hop out of that. Oh, hey, Galleon's Graveyard can now upgrade. Run out of things that I'll come out. There's really not much else that's been added in with the whole Vampire Coast update, besides, I guess, the fact that Archeon is now more stupid. I'm trying to think of who else is kind of more stupid now, because Archeon now, his arm, he now has armor piercing. Like heavily, which in all honesty makes sense. He has a flaming sword, for God's sakes. Why can't he just shear through armor like it's nothing? But now also one of his big army things is he gives all of his army 5% ward save, or all of his units in it. All the units in his army, 5% ward save. So yeah, broken, in my opinion. Like, even just 5% less damage from all sources can be the difference between victory and defeat easily. Especially when, you know, it's big heavy elites versus like 5 armies of cheap shit, because the cheap shit can't actually deal any damage to the elites. You've just basically lost, or the 5 armies have just lost. So it's no point in them even trying to continue. They can also allow certain units to be able to survive the impact of artillery. Yeah, sure, they barely allow them to survive, but still. But yeah, when I can, I will show off Queen Bess. But mainly, one of the big things that I kind of want is, I want to show off Queen Bess. I would like to show her off, especially, and by especially, I mean like in her army. Since one of the ways that I play that no one else really ever plays, because I think they're more intelligent than me in that category, but I'm one of the kinds of people who's a bit anal about making sure the whole army is nice and neat and orderly and everything like that, because I am occasionally OCD. So what I do is, there's not still 7,
Landfolk are weak.
4. Oh, that might be manageable actually. You know what? I will take that risk for the views. or more or less for entertainment value.
Dare not.
Now I'm starting to regret my decision. Looking at that power bar.
Demand utter annihilation.
But don't worry, I have myself some elite badass infantry and a giant monster who will basically be able to pummel the fuck out of that fat sack of shit known as a bloody corpse. So yeah, I can now start aggressing against them. I can take the entirety of the Empire Coast. Since that's going to be one of the big things I'm going to do, is I'm just going to like go on a mild aggression against certain factions every so often, mixed in with being defensive. But anyway, back to what I was saying about the whole making sure all my armies are neat and nice and orderly, is I usually only have one hero in my army. With Miss Solicitor Direfin, I'm having 3 heroes, but you know, I always make sure the amount of heroes plus the Lord is an even number, because then I can just throw in more even numbers of units in, and then all of my regiments around go into one army, so that army is the army of weird clusterfuckness that I can deal with at later points in time and everything. Actually, wait a second. We probably want to flip back, so we'll throw them over here.
Take hands. Captain.
Since, in all honesty, yeah, now we can actually get a better view of these guys and their boarding axes. Boarding axes, their epic armor. Their sheer viciousness of look. Just sheer vicious looks. Epicness. Like they are one of those really cool units, in all honesty. And where is thine bloated corpse? We are shooting that bloated corpse. We need that bloated corpse dead. And we missed all shots. No, though she drank that one, so she's probably gonna deal with bloated corpse. Do you even have any accuracy, sir? I'm really starting to doubt that. We hardcore hit them though. That's the thing though, is it has so little health. Okay, we're just gonna retreat. Let them come at me. Because all 5 of my range are most likely just gonna pepper the shit out of that guy until he's dead. No queen drop. Move in.
Mortals quake.
Yep, and we're definitely gonna feel that. Oh, for fuck's sakes! Fine then, all of you go after them. Now then, can all of you go after him? Kill him, actually. Please and thank you. Oh, hey, you're done? Okay then. Well then, we'll send you guys in there. Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Oh my god! Yes! Okay, that was fantastic, actually. You there, let's you there. You and you shoot them. You two are now going to start moving after them. Cause Kia Wata. I mean, it unfortunately doesn't deal a lot of damage because they're just so spread out and line. That's one of the big things I kind of just like to do. I just kind of like to charge them in so they're shooting.
Serve me.
Yep. That was a nice victory. We'll see how much we'll get from sacking and see whether or not it's worth it to sack. So that's one of the big things is I'm perfectly fine with sacking and then occupying. But if it's not worth the public order negative, or the public order debuff, or whatever you want to call it, if it's not worth the whole fact that I'm going to have to rebuild the structures and everything, I'm not going to do it because I like my money. Simply put. Yeah, I like my money a lot, in all honesty. So that is actually kind of cool, though, how each of these have very specific, like, okay, this is where your main focus is, go here and do that, which means probably Aranessa is probably going to be like Tilia, Shalia, you know, taking out those people. Well, Luther Harkin is probably going to be more like Hexodal and, you know, multi-wizard thing. And yeah, I know I just randomly started talking about the victory conditions, but you know, I talk about random crap while waiting. Yay! We have the Trickster shared, which doesn't help me much. I'd say $2,000 is a worthwhile enough amount. Like, if it's less than $1,000, if it's $1,000 or less, I'm not gonna do it. It's not worth it. And that. Of course it is. Now we will occupy this. We will rebuild both these structures, and we still gain some money out of that. We didn't gain a lot of money out of that, but hey, we still gained some. In my opinion, that's all that matters. And we will grab first the undeath, or first on undeath. And we can start going after Luther Harkin. Oh yeah, they're at the Star Tower. But that's another one to take out. Because the Star Tower is pretty nice, in all honesty. I like the look of it, though, in all honesty. It does look pretty nice. I also like the fact how, at least by what I found, these are some of the first, I mean they're not the first undead faction that got the need to be in its own corruption to not take attritions, or, well, yeah, technically speaking. I mean, in all honesty, the Tomb Kings, they're untainted. But, like, these vampires are like that. They don't have to, they don't take attritions from untainted territory or enemy controlled territory. That's kind of nice, in all honesty. Then again, I guess, they're pirates. They're kind of used to that shit. I'm used to being forced to raid enemy lands that you can't really. I don't know what I'm saying, but it's just kind of a nice thing, because then I can move through, say, Lizardman territory or whatever. I can move through enemy territory and not have to worry about the whole fact that it has to be like above 50% nuclear corruption for me to not take damage. So they can be like 0% on fine. Just as long as it's not like super big in the chaos corruption, I should be okay. Since fortunately a Skaven corruption doesn't deal damage. Which I'm mildly surprised about, because Warpstone can be littered everywhere if there's high Skaven corruption. And there is going to be holes in that ground like there's no tomorrow. So I'm surprised that, your units don't randomly die in super high Skaven corruption. Like, I mean, I can understand it, like, high Skaven corruption you don't, but, like, super high, like, if it's 90 plus Skaven corruption, you should take, the army should take attritions. Because that land is so soaked with warpstone, it is insane. Warpstone and tons of random tunnels. So that's one of the reasons, to my knowledge, why the higher the Skaven corruption is, the more uses of defense below you get. Because of the simple fact that means that there's more Skaven just literally walking around below ground. Just right under the battlefield. And General just tells them, hey, you're needed over here. Ah, fine. Anyway, yeah. No. It's also really interesting, though, how sometimes these people, the people who make the game, sometimes they kind of screw up a little bit occasionally. Like, this color is so cool. like the Galleon's gravy, like the Dreadfleet color, is so close to the Cult of Pleasure's color. Like they're just like a microscopic little bit different shades of pink. Which I don't know, but man. Serious. We need to be at war with Astalia. Do we even know Astalia?
What?
We do know Astalia!
The time for talk is over. Make your
Astalia! Die! Die, Astalia, die!
Locked in us.
Yeah, we have a capability. We have a capability breaking one of these guys. And we can start to move in a little bit if we want to. We can see if we can harken someone around here. He's off doing who knows what the fuck. Oh, nope, he is off doing who knows what the fuck. Because that place was a ruin before.
Boost these floating battlements.
Which means this is gonna still be okay. That's gonna be way too difficult to fight. Never mind. Did you think I was trying to attack your settlement? No, we're gonna just nope out of that situation. Yeah, I really don't think I can take on 2 Rotting Prometheans and 2 Depth Guard and 2 Sirens and a Mortar right now. The deckhands, the zombie pirates, I can take. The rest of that's a solid nope on my part, because this army is not powerful. Not powerful at all, really. What? Oh. It's kind of one of the nice things, though, about Count Noctilus and his, you have to declare war on this person stuff in his campaign. It does just kind of make it a little bit nice, because you get a certain amount of turns for it. So if you don't need the buff right away, you can get to a position. Granted, if you have enough time for it, you can try your best to get to a position where you can utilize that, and you then pop the buff, because it's not that difficult to declare war on someone. You just have to say, hey, I'm gonna fight you, and that's about it. You don't have to give them money, you don't have to have them give you money, you don't have to do any of that stuff. You just have to say, hey, I'm gonna fight you, and call it good. My kind of whole objective was to try to get to a position to be able to sack the Awakening, but looks like I'm a bit underpowered for that fight, to say the least. Yeah. I should have been expecting that, because, well, simply put, my place is probably really powerful, but I was not expecting. Yeah, how is your good? That's 13 units. Theirs has more. I'm calling theirs on that because they have a wall too. I think it might still be level 1. Unless it's about to go to level 2. Oh, yep, nope, it's now level 2. Mystery meats. Now, ailing patties, horse flesh, pickled fish, and horse flesh spinnerets. And toasted discs of sweetened bread. Don't understand why my zombies need rations, but okay. Yeah, though, what's the garrison now? 2 depth guard, 2 sirens, 2 zombie deckhand forms, 3 zombie handguns, 2 bombers, a bloated corpse, 2 archweaklings, and a mortar. Oh yeah, they've also got a bloated corpse in there. For the garrison. I don't know that. And yeah, though, eventually I can get the Heldenhammer. Or the wreck of the Heldenhammer. Which gives me a decent bit of capability for recruiting and utilizing artillery. Which is kind of nice, because, well, something with artillery is kind of powerful. To say the least. I mean, we need some recruitment stuff here, but we're definitely going to grab that though. Because again, that adds me a decent ability. Not a great ability, but it's a decent ability, also not much real fast.
As my power ascends. Stragglers get buried.
And unfortunately, we still don't have enough growth. Then again, I tended to forget about growth until we reach that. But then again, next time, double grab Stone Knight. Lord, you don't want to lose the light. You should prove very good. Handboards in the Empire's industrial heartland, hand stolen off the coast of Gisto. Hilarious. Kind of funny. Oh, let's see. Okay, looks like I might call it good for now. We got about 6 turns done, that's not bad. And the reason why I always call these YouTube is because, well, YouTube. Because, as I've mentioned as well, okay, why on the map it's purple, but why on this map it's purple, but on this map it's pink? I much prefer the color purple to color pink. So yeah, I have, like, now that means I officially have 2 Count Noctilus campaigns running. One in Mortal Empires, one in the Vortex. And then I only have one with the Harkin right now, but I might start a second one today, who knows. Him in Mortal Empires. Luther Harkin is a fun character. I will readily admit that. He's a really fun character. And I'm kind of having fun doing on my own. I'm also having fun, doing YouTube stuff now with this. And if you guys want to see Arc as well, since it came out with a DLC, I'll try to show off some of the stuff in the DLC and everything. Whatever. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Tell me want some more. Tell me some other games. And goodbye.